Okay, so we're in the middle of telling the story about Rebbe Melech, Rebbe Zisha, and his humility. Rebbe Melech, when he would stay at someone's house, he would often say, Melech, Melech did this and did that, this and that thing. And the person, the host would overhear it, and he would say, he would repent of his own sins, because he would hear whatever was going on with him. So I heard from many Tzaddikim, it's nicht gewesen kein Spiel. I heard this from the Rebbe Shlita in Queens, and from Zilberberg Shlita in Yerushalayim, and Moshe Weinberger from Woodmere, I heard in the country. It wasn't a game. That what it says in the Mishnah, in the Goyim, Kol Mashadam Roy Chutz, Kol Goyim Adam Roy Chutz Minige Atzmai. Said when the priest would look at the spots of what we call leprosy, even though it's not leprosy, and he would declare it clean or unclean, he could only look at someone else's plague, but not his own. That was the law. But the Baal Shem Tov taught that we could read this Mishnah, that just the way we could read the Hebrew, any blemish, any plague the person sees outside is from his own plagues, his own blemishes. That means that there's something on that. How did the Rebbe Melech feel this? That on his high and holy level there was something not right, and so from that he could feel the impropriety in another person. It wasn't like he was just like making fun of another person, but he actually felt this in himself, and it comes from a power of humility that we have to accept on ourselves. They say that there was a Chassid came from Hungary to see the Rebbe Melech. He never saw him before. He came to the mikvah, and he was talking to someone and said, "Oh, what are you here for?" He said, "I want to see the Rebbe Melech." And the Rebbe Melech, he's talking to the Rebbe Melech. He said, "Oh, did the lies about this charlatan reach all the way to Hungary?" And then he comes. He was very. How can you talk like this about the tzaddik? The chassid from Hungary said, comes to Tish, and he sees this is the same guy who. That's the Rebbe Melech who's putting himself down. He said, "Don't worry, I told the truth and you told the truth." There was a story I heard. I heard the story twice. I heard it from Moshe Weinberger Shlita, and I heard it from Bushtina Rebbe Shlita. That there was there's a Trever Rebbe, he was a younger man. He met an old man who was blind, and who was from Lizensk. And he said, "You're from Lizensk, did you ever meet the Rebbe Melech?" He said, "Yeah, sure." He said, "All right, tell me about the Rebbe Melech." She said, "All right, I'm not from Lizensk originally. My shver is from Lizensk, my father-in-law. I married a girl from Lizensk, and I moved there, and I got married with a week of Sheva Brachas, is a week of celebration after a Jewish wedding, and my father-in-law gave me a horse and wagon so I could make a living. And what do you know? Right after the week of Sheva Brachas, I'm ready to go to work, and someone steals my horse and wagon. Didn't know what to do. He lost his livelihood. He was starting his life. So he said, go." Go to the Rebbe Melech. He can see things in a very high way. He'll tell you, and you should go. How to find your horse and wagon. He didn't say like this. Go to Rebbe Melech. He'll tell you where it is. They didn't understand it. As a simple person, they didn't understand what it meant. He's seeing spiritually and not. So he goes to Rebbe Melech. The Rebbe Melech says, "Oh, go quickly to this place, this wood, and you're going to find it. But go quickly, or else you lose it." So he goes there, and he finds it. He comes back, and the Tzaddik Rebbe was so amazing. Wow, this open story of Ruach HaKodesh. aren't you amazed by that? He said, what do you mean? He said, this is what was how foolish this person was. He said, you know, he had a hand in every Geneva, the Rebbe Melech, Chas v'Shalom, God forbid. He said, you know, he was partners with all the thieves, God forbid. And that's how he knew. But we know, although still in his humility, maybe that's where he got this idea, that maybe he heard the humility of the Rebbe Melech, he misunderstood what he was talking about. Maybe it's on that same level we were talking before about people hearing upstairs. Anyway, the Shever Rebbe asked this old man, he said, what's the story? How did you become, were you always blind? He said, no. He said his grandson started to go off the proper path of Torah, and I prayed I should rather go blind than see my grandson go off the proper path. And he said, what do you mean went off the proper path? He said, Ungetina Deutsche Hitler. He put on a German hat. He put on a different type of hat instead of a Streimler. Whatever, he put on a more modern hat. So the Shever Rebbe said he knew the grandson. He was a Hasidic, the beard and payas from everything. Just wore a different hat. And so this guy, there's something a little bit wrong with the way he understood the, you know, so, but the thing is that it was so powerful. He prayed he should go blind, and it happened. So we see the power of prayer also. We have to take things very seriously and be careful what we ask for. Alright, I have another story we'll tell in the next video.